Alright, welcome back to Dale Kramer's Custom Cars and Anything. Today we're going to work on, we're going to try to put some of this 5.7 together. So let's get started here. I got to get some tools set up. I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, now I've washed the camshaft off and all that stuff. So now what I'm going to do is use assembly lube. And start assembling this. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that baby's coated up good and heavy. And we'll just work it in. Couple cam lobes at a time. This is probably one of the most messiest jobs here, this whole thing. Put the cam in. I've converted this over. This is a non-MDS cam motor now. And then I also put the lock in the phaser. I should have did a video on that. But there's a lot of good videos on YouTube for that, you know. Got like a lot of assembly lube on there. And then what I do, once I get it lubed up, then I want to just go with a string like this across it. What that is how when I put the lifters in, then that stuff is going to get. Now the last one is always the hard one to put in. Okay. Come on. Where you at there, bud? Cool. No. This guy. No. Give that one quick squeeze. Bring that around. Wipe my hands off. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting my mic. Shit. So far, hopefully I'll push on the pin. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to do it. There it goes. Okay. So cam's in. Okay. Let's put you guys on pause here while I get my mic out. Alright, hopefully this is better. Take one, take two. Let's pull this back out. Let's see, cam's flush. This is our cam razor bolts. Oh, come on. We can go a little faster than that, can't we? There we go. Okay. Now I'm grabbing the cam thrust plate. And I previously cleaned it up. We got 4 screws. Okay, so there's, I'm gonna look up the torque specs, ain't I? Just remembered that. Okay. So what we're gonna do, now looking at this plate, these holes are countersunk. Okay, they go on the outside. Okay. And then you just turn it until you can match it up. So I'm thinking it goes this way. Just like that. Okay. So, but what we want to do is we want to put a little lube right here. I got some off the cam on there, but I want to make sure there's plenty of there. It's going to be a while before this motor gets oil. Okay. So I put lube there. Throw a little dab on the cam just for the heck of it there. And then, let's grab, I gotta look at the thing. I think they're T25s, or T30s or something. But they're countersunk screws. And again, you can tell by the holes. I gotta turn this way. It only goes on one way. So let's, you want to make sure that's lubed up, like I said. And we'll go with the T, with the counter outside. Okay. One started there. Get this up here. Okay. Okay. No, I've locked the cam with a cam phaser lock from Competition Cams. So I'm gonna find the right socket for this quick here. Let's see, it's a star. What is that? That's that one. Then I gotta look up the torque specs too, don't I? Gotta know what we gotta torque this baby down at, don't we? And I bet that I didn't write that down. Or did I? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it went. Yeah. I gotta grab an extension here. Because I'm starting to sweat out in the garage here. And you want to snug it up like that, and then you want to back it off just to here, so it's still in the thing there, because they're countersunk, So you want to make sure if the ratchet works for me. There we go. Okay. Let's back it off just here. Back it off just to here. Then the last one we can snug up. And we'll just snug them up quick, and then we gotta figure out what torque they are, because we gotta torque these suckers down, And yeah, cross them. So we'll just give them a nudge. Okay. Now, did I write that down? Or am I going to have to pause the whole recording? I got to clean my hands off. Then we got to get a torque on that. I want to torque that red way so we don't forget. Otherwise, I guarantee you, if we don't do it, we will regret it. Very seriously. Okay, hands are clean. Okay, where did my notes go? Oh, great. Camshaft thrust plate, 21 foot-pounds. So, let's set the torque wrench up for 21, which I'm doing right now. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 14. Now we're at 20, 21. Okay. Boy, this is kind of overkill for that little bit. Holy cow. It's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look crazy, but it's gonna be the right thing to do, though. Okay, so we gotta torque these at 21 foot-pounds. Make sure everything. No, listen. I'm just gonna go a little bit more. Okay. Now we'll just double check them. Okay. The cam thrust plate is in. Next. What do we want to do next? Let's put some camshaft stuff on. Next step, I'm going to pull it out of the box here. What is the next thing we're going to do here? Let's grab a chair here. We're going to start timing things. Okay, we're going to need some tools. I don't want to lay them on the ground. Where am I going to put them? Well, I'll put them on top of the welder right behind you. Okay, so there's that to turn the motor. Let's just throw that lower gear on quick. Let's see, I believe that can go on. Hopefully it goes on. Taking it out of the package right now here. Let's just throw a little bit of lube on that sucker. Some people use anti-seize. All I gotta do is just throw a little lube on there. Yeah. Oh shoot, I gotta take the crankshaft bolt out, don't I? Okay. I think I got that sucker tight too, don't I? There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Do I see anything else that needs to be done before that? I don't think so. Now this 5.7 is going to be just a temporary motor, you know, until I get the... Now this gear also drives the oil pump. Okay, you see those notches on there? These big notches? So, and there's a keyway here. There maybe? Yeah, right there. Okay, once to go on, we'll just lightly, real lightly tap it on there. Okay? You can use a bigger socket, but if yours don't go on even this easy, we're just lightly tapping it here. There we go. And you can hear when it stopped. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Now, obviously we're not going to put this on like that, but this is called a cam phaser. And what it does, it's kind of like that old GM distributor where the rotor, you could turn the rotor like this. There's a spring in here. And what I did is I locked it. There's a cam phaser lock that you can put in here. I should have took a video of that. I don't know why I didn't. I just get out of control sometimes, you know. And then, but yeah. But anyway, what happens here is you see this little notch that goes where that pin is. Okay. Now you want to lube up this because this is an oiling area. Okay. It rides against the truss plate. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put some oil on it so I don't forget. I got to grab some tools and torque specs and so we can put the timing chain and the riders on and all that stuff yet. So we got lots of work to do here yet, and we're not. But what I'm going to do is I just want to test fit this. See, I lubed that now there. I suppose I could have lubed this too. But I'm going to line that dowel up right there with this slots here. What I'm going to do is just set this on here and turn it till I feel, okay, it's locked. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to screw this bolt in here for now so it don't fall and hit the ground. Okay. That's got to come back off again. I almost got to turn a fan on here, guys. I got sweat rolling in my eyeballs and everything here. I got to almost regroup. Let's see. What should I do here? Let's set the torque specs over here. Let's see. Do I have 5-wheel oil pan, timing cover, vibration dampener, water pump, rocker arm, lifter guide bolts, timing chain guide. There it is. Okay, I do have that. Okay, good. I was worried I didn't have that figured out already. I gotta grab some tools here. Let's see, what do I need here? First of all, where's the old lifter guide here? I need those bolts. Not sure what that bolt's for, but these two are definitely for this.